Now on Nightside, a fire right on the side of I-90 in Spokane near the Thor Freya exit caused by a firework.
The gusty winds are dying down and the temperatures are dropping. The coolest night in almost a month in your first alert forecast.
The new STA bus line saw thousands of people on board this Saturday. Just how many people turned out to try the new black and purple electric bus line? You're watching 4 News Now Nightside. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Aaron Luna.
And I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Take a look at this fire right on the side of I-90 in Spokane, right near the Thor Freya exit. The flames growing even more as this car drives past it. According to the Spokane Fire Department, a driver threw a firework mortar out of the window when it landed right on the side of the road, starting those flames. This is just an example of how quickly a fire can start in these dry and gusty conditions. We do know that the fire is now out and fire crews were able to mop it up quite quickly. Thank goodness. We do know today was a weather alert day.
Let's send it over to Chris Crocker to find out what exactly we can expect for tomorrow. Chris.
Well, the fire weather conditions that were so critical today with the dry weather, the warm weather, and the gusty winds, that is improving. Here's a look at our current winds across the region. We're not seeing the stronger gusts of earlier today, and the sustained winds are down as well. Still a 14-mile-per-hour breeze in Spokane, but those winds will continue to decrease overnight. We had wind gusts close to 40 miles per hour at times today in the Columbia Basin, where we saw some fire activity. Our high temperatures were about 15 to 20 degrees cooler than yesterday's high temperatures. A dry cold front brought the winds and also the drop in temperatures in the 70s today for highs in Pullman, St. Mary's, and Winthrop. We are in the lower 80s in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, almost 5 degrees below average. Now, with the winds dying down and the skies clear and that cold front coming through, we're headed to a cold night tonight. Cool night tonight. We'll be in the 40s and 50s, the lowest readings that we have seen since mid-June. We're going to be down around 49 in Cheney, 47 in Spangle, 48 in both Deer Park and Spirit Lake. So a nice and fresh start to the day on Tuesday. Our high temperatures warming up into the mid 80s. 86 is our average high. We'll be up at 84. Blue skies and sunshine and much calmer conditions. However, this kicks off a warming trend, and we are going to be looking at potentially the warmest weather of the season in your 7-day forecast. I'll tell you all about it in just a few minutes. Aaron?
Thank you, Chris. This afternoon, a wildfire broke out in the Fish Trap area. You can see that plane dropping water right there. The fire burned around 520 acres. Fire progression is stopped, and the evacuations have been dropped from level 3 to level 2 in the area. That means that people in that area need to be ready to leave in case things pick back up. No homes or structures were damaged at this time.
And an update to fires burning in the inland Northwest. The Gonzales fire in Ponderay County has been burning since the end of June. That's just 10 miles west of Coolin, Idaho. The 414-acre fire is 10% contained. In Idaho, the fire on Beatop Mountain is now 78% contained.
Canada has experienced its worst fire season on record. A record-shattering 25 million acres have already burned so far this year, an area nearly as large as the state of Ohio. And the fires are still burning, meaning many Americans could be shrouded in smoke on any given day for weeks or months to come.
An update to a story we've been following. Negotiations with AMR ended tonight right around 7:30. Still no agreement. The two sides will meet again in the morning. And according to Union Representative Joe Kuhn, tomorrow is the last day for negotiations. If they don't reach a deal, workers plan to strike starting on the 22nd at 10 a.m.
Teenage girl was arrested over the weekend for an assault in Riverfront Park that involved another teenager, an adult, and a Spokane police officer. According to Spokane police, the 16-year-old was seen fighting another teenager at the park. When an adult tried to step in and stop it, they were assaulted as well. Officers say the suspect was holding a knife and dropped it before running away. Police caught her and say she kicked an officer in the process. The teen was arrested for 4th-degree assault, assaulting a police officer, and unlawful handling of a weapon. SPD says they will continue to emphasize patrols in park areas.
Still no end in sight for drivers who use Freya Street on the South Hill. The city of Spokane says work will continue there until this week at 13th and Freya to repair several water main breaks and the road on top of those pipes. Drivers have had to detour around the area since last Wednesday. The city had planned to replace the old pipes in the near future, but they had to move up the project when the water main break created a sinkhole. It is out with the old, in with the new in South Spokane. You're listening to and seeing crews tearing down the old Sacagawea Middle School. The new building is one of 2 new middle schools that will open in South Spokane this fall. The old building was home to students for almost 63 years, opening its doors in the fall of 1960. Construction crews took down one part of the building already. It will take a few more weeks to complete the demolition.
Spokane Transit Authority says that 4,484 people turned out this Saturday to ride the new City Line. The brand new black and purple buses stretch 60 feet long, can hold up to 90 passengers. STA has been working on the project for 10 years. The line covers a 6-mile route between Browns Addition and Spokane Community College, connecting through downtown and the University District. Riding on City Line will be free for everyone until September 4th.
Well, we've only got about a week left until the Seattle Seahawks report for training camp, and football is here. So if you're someone like the Seattle Mariners, your time is limited if you want to keep people's attention on the diamond and not the gridiron. But it's games like Monday night that will give fans hope for the future, as they went blow for blow with the Minnesota Twins. And when the final bell rung, it was the M's that came out on top. While the pitching was far from stellar on the night, the team got major contributions at the plate from some of their most reliant players. Jared Kelnick goes 2 for 4 with a couple of RBIs, and then Eugenio Suarez delivered a critical 2-run home run in the 7th inning that ended up being the difference maker in beating the first-place Twins.
I mean, I was trying to just get something in the heart of the plate, like I said, but up and down the line today, I thought we had really good at-bats. Some guys didn't come through, but had really good at-bats. JP, I mean, he grinded a couple at-bats through and just hit line drives right at people, but that was the key to winning the game today.
Now, despite winning their last 2 games, Seattle is still 8 games out of first place in the AL West and 4.5 out of a wild card spot. So there is still a lot of work left to be done if they want to make the playoffs. Guys, send it back over to you.
Alex, thank you. The car crashes kill hundreds of children every year, but the right car seat can greatly reduce the risk of serious injury and death.
Hospitals across the country are finding more counterfeit and fake car seats. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has more on the dangers and how you can spot a knockoff.
On the road, it's the best way to keep a baby safe, but some parents may unknowingly be putting their child in danger.
Counterfeit car seats are made of cheaper, flimsier materials, and they are unable to withstand the crash forces that happen in a crash.
Courtney Gleaton with Orlando Health says last year the hospital system found 42 counterfeit car seats and 34 foreign-made car seats during inspections. They're on track to match those numbers again this year.
They are not federally regulated in the U.S. and are therefore not safe to use for your children.
Many of the knockoff car seats are bought online, so Gleaton says not to buy from a third party. And before you spend money on a travel system, zoom in on the product picture to check the labels.
All car seats in the U.S. are going to have English and Spanish labels, not just photographs of them.
If you already have a car seat for your child, check the straps and anchoring parts. If there are no lower anchor attachments or a chest clip, it might be counterfeit. Finally, read the label. All federally compliant car seats should say that it conforms to all applicable federal motor vehicle safety standards.
If it did not come with a registration card or a car seat manual, that could also be an indicator that it's counterfeit.
And if you're worried about your car seat, Gleaton says to get with a trained technician in your area who can make sure your seat is safe. For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Just last week, 4 News Now reported on counterfeit car seats spotted at Sacred Heart Children's Hospital. Parents in the Inland Northwest can call Sacred Heart to make an appointment with a car seat technician for free. Just look for this report. It's on KXLY.com.
The Spokane primary vote is just weeks away. We spoke to candidates for Spokane mayor about their plan to keep you safe after the break.
Track live radar on the 4 News Now weather app.
Take a day off. Skip Mondays and be water-wise this summer.
Set summer in motion with the most adventurous Honda vehicles yet, like the Pilot and Passport Trail Sport and the Ridgeline. Built for better off-road performance and engineered for more adventure. This summer, create your own adventures with Honda, the most awarded brand in car and driver 10 Best history. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
As state senator, Lisa Brown increased taxes by $2 billion while raising her own pay. Under her watch, homelessness rose by 25,000. Now she's backed by the Defund the Police crowd. Lisa's soft on crime, hard on taxpayers.
I pledge to increase police presence and tackle homelessness, and we have. Our Violent Crimes Task Force has lowered crime rates, and we're compassionately addressing homelessness. We're exceptional, Spokane. I'll keep it that way. I'm Nadine Woodward, and I approve this message.
Pop the champagne, humanity. We've done it.
Celebrate your night with big winners, shocking thrills, and living legends.
You know, I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Oh, every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
When you're looking to upgrade the look and energy efficiency of your home, no one does a better job at a better price than McVeigh Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. For over 65 years, McVeigh Brothers has been on the cutting edge of the newest technologically advanced products sold. We're now offering triple pane windows, custom colored windows of your choice, and amazing mini blinds between the glass that will last a lifetime. At McVeigh Brothers, we're working for you.
The Inland Northwest is in a housing crisis. Will saving the American dream of homeownership mean reimagining it? Watch the Inland Northwest Housing Crisis, a 4 News Now special event, Wednesday at 6:30.
4 News Now is brought to you by Rebath Spokane.
Here are 4 things to know about your weather. It is going to be a cool Tuesday morning. Open the windows, cool down the house, because it is not going to last. A much calmer Tuesday as well. Then our warming trend gets going. We're going to be in the upper 90s by Thursday. Here's a look at our weather pattern right now. Cold front came through today, a dry cold front, mainly just kicked up those winds and dropped the temperatures down from 97 yesterday to 82 today. That front moves off and we have high pressure that is going to be building in. That is going to send our temperatures back up into the 90s by Wednesday, the upper 90s by the time we are into Thursday, and it is absolutely dry through the 7-day forecast. High temperatures tomorrow in the 80s in most locations, 79 in Kellogg, 90 in Wenatchee, as well as Lewiston, just barely in the 80s in Coeur d'Alene and Sandpoint. Again, just a hair below average. That does not last. We're 92 on Wednesday, upper 90s for Thursday and Friday. If we hit 98 on Friday, that'll be our warmest day of the season so far. Have not had a triple-digit day yet, and I don't see one in the 7-day forecast, although we do get awfully close. One thing that I do see is the end to our cool nights. We'll be in the 50s again tomorrow night and then into the 60s by Friday night into Saturday, more than 10 degrees warmer at night compared to what we are going to enjoy tonight. Meanwhile, I'll be back in the next break to tell you about the 8 to 14 day forecast. Aaron?
I'm looking forward to seeing that. Thank you, Chris. We're just over 2 weeks away from the primary election on August 1st, where voters will decide the 2 mayoral candidates they want heading into November. Public safety is at the forefront of voters' minds. We spoke with 3 of the 5 candidates running for office on what those solutions look like. Curbing crime was a major part of incumbent Mayor Nadine Woodward's campaign in 2019. She says the police staffing shortage is the missing piece of that puzzle.
But in the next 4 years, what we really need to focus on is increasing the staffing of our police department. We have 356 commissioned police officers, but for a city our size, just to meet the national average for staffing levels, we need 90 to 100 more officers.
Challenger Lisa Brown says staffing is certainly an issue, but the city should focus on the allocation and response times to better assist citizens.
I really want to build back our law enforcement response, but also bring on behavioral health and crisis response teams. Let's utilize our police officers responding to property crimes in neighborhoods and not necessarily engaged in every time a person is having a behavioral health or addiction crisis downtown.
Candidate Tim Archer believes government overreach is inhibiting police officers' ability to effectively do their job.
To empower the police as much as possible in their primary mission of law enforcement and to get them back to the work of keeping our streets safe. It's a problem with not allowing law enforcement to do their job.
Authorities in Oregon say they have linked the deaths of 4 women to one person of interest.
The bodies of the women were all found earlier this year in Northwest Oregon. Investigators are still trying to figure out why they died. From left to right on your screen, the victims are Ashley Reel, Kristen Smith, Bridget Leanne Webster, Charity Lynn Perry. All of the women are between the ages of 20 and 31 years old. The Multnomah County District Attorney is not naming the person of interest in the cases right now, and no charges have been filed, but investigators say they do believe there's no active danger to the community. New on Nightside, a new study indicates having young children watch a gun safety video might better protect them around firearms.
More than 220 kids ages 8 to 12 participated in the study conducted by researchers at Ohio State University. The study found children who watched the gun safety video were 28% less likely to touch a gun they found hidden in a drawer, and 20% were less likely to pull the trigger. Guns are the leading cause of death for kids and teenagers in the United States. More than 2,500 children die from guns each year. Researchers hope better education can reduce those numbers. The study was published in the journal JAMA Pediatrics today. Weight loss coach Chris Terrell is sharing how a change of mindset helped him lose 125 pounds and keep the weight off. After decades of fad diets with no long-term results, life came to a screeching halt when Terrell's father passed away from liver cancer in 2019. At 290 pounds this time, he decided to do the opposite of everything that hadn't worked before, to go slow. No cutting carbs or drinking meal replacement shakes. Terrell says he kept his food light and simple, only eating when he felt hungry, and started swimming, adding weightlifting and other exercises to his routine. 2.5 years later, the 38-year-old realized how far he had come.
It was such an anticlimactic experience because to me, it just became the logical next step. I wasn't trying to lose 125 pounds. I was trying to lose 1 pound and not gain it back.
His biggest takeaway, pinning down your why for wanting to lose weight. Experts say to make changes you'll be able to stick with.
Well, coming up, the video from a Spokane park that went viral for obvious reasons. And what to do if wildlife turns your pond into a private pool. That's next on Nightside.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Own the elements. Quattro in the Audi Q5.
Let's go, buddy.
Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
I'm Chad Young from theeasyhomebuyer.com, Spokane and Coeur d'Alene's easiest way to sell your house fast. If you have a few moments, I hope you'll give me the opportunity to make you an instant cash offer on your home. With theeasyhomebuyer.com, we will buy your house in as-is condition with no repairs, no closing costs, and no commissions. To get your no-obligation cash offer, give us a call or visit us online at theeasyhomebuyer.com.
Pick up the phone to inquire. Call the Easy Home Buyer.
Whether it's readying your remodel, getting some getaway time, planning those perfect moments, turning your side hustle into a full-time gig, or consolidating your bills into one easy payment, you don't need to wait for someday to do the things you want to do. Achieve tomorrow's dreams today with a Momentum Home Equity Line of Credit. And when you get in motion now, you'll get a special introductory rate for the first 6 months. Get a jump on your dreams today. Horizon Credit. Your path, our purpose.
I mean, enough with the cold feet. It's time to move this along. Take the next step.
I hear you. You're tired of waiting.
Yes.
But at Eyeglass World, you don't have to wait. They're not like all those other guys. They make your glasses right there in their same-day lab.
No waiting?
Mm-mm.
Do you mind if I go?
You mind if I finish your cannoli?
It's all yours, bud.
Bye.
Get 2 pairs of glasses for $89 the same day at Eyeglass World, the world's best way to buy glasses.
Own the elements. Quattro in the Audi Q5.
Let's go, buddy.
Get exceptional offers at your local Audi dealer.
4 News Now is brought to you by Rebath Spokane.
If you're looking for ways to stay cool, take a tip from this moose. Took a swim in a pond at Manitou Park. We shared the video on Sunday. The moose left around 9 o'clock Sunday night.
It was in there for a while.
It was in there for a while.
We could be seeing more of this too. The weather's hot and dry for the next week, and Washington Fish and Wildlife wants everyone to know you need to stay back from wildlife for your own safety. Stacey Lehman with Fish and Wildlife Department says that moose are heat-sensitive animals, and when they look for water, they're going to be taking advantage of it. She says a fully grown moose weighs between 800 to 1,000 pounds. Moose often feel threatened when people and dogs get too close to them, which can make them knock someone over or even stomp on them.
So the main thing we do is tell you to keep your distance, and the rule of thumb is 25 yards, so about 75 feet. There were obviously people a lot closer than that yesterday. The thing about that is if a moose decides to get out of that pool or that pond and run at you, chances are you're not going to be able to keep up.
So when you see a moose swimming in your backyard swimming pool or maybe the pond at Manitou, stay back, give it space, wait, and then you can call Fish and Wildlife officers and they will come and help. Most importantly, though, do not try to feed or pet these large creatures. Laban says providing an easy access to food resources could lure moose back to your neighborhood. Make sure you put a leash on your dog when you see a moose outside.
Oh my goodness, that video of the moose in the pond there at Manitou is amazing. What a gift. 82 our high temperature today. Speaking of a gift, 86 is our average high. Felt pretty good. Too bad the wind made it less than ideal. We started the day off at 64. We're going to be a lot cooler than that tonight, but we have some hot weather on the way. We are headed up close to 100 degrees on Friday. This white line here is average, which is almost into the hottest time of the year. Later this week, it will go from 86 to 87, and that's where it tops out. It will stay at 87 through the end of July and the beginning of August, and then start to drop. It drops very quickly in fall, too. It'll be fall before you know it. We have so far 10 90-degree or higher days, 7 so far in July. We average 9, so it looks like we will be above average for 90-degree or higher days in July. We'll see what happens in August, but it looks like the end of July is going to be hot. Here is the latest outlook in the 8 to 14-day forecast from the Climate Prediction Center, and dry as well. We've got a chance of below average precipitation. However, that is the very driest part of the year, so we're not talking about a whole lot lost there. Beautiful sunrise. This is this morning in Post Falls. Aaron Wright captured this stunning view. These are little cirrocumulus clouds, very high polka dotty clouds, dainty lacy clouds that she captured there this morning. And nice to see some clouds. They were not around for long. They blew right out with the cold front and the cool air moved in behind it. Aaron?
Dainty and lacy.
I like them. Like a doily.
For some undies.
Whoa. Moving right along here. This is the 11 o'clock show. Well, new on Nightside, mortgage rates are the highest they've been all year, nearly 7%. The higher the rates, the less home people can afford, and low inventory, high demand means housing costs are still stubbornly high. Despite new data this month showing inflation is easing, experts expect inventory to stay tight for the rest of 2023, saying existing homeowners are refusing to sell their homes after refinancing and locking in low rates during the pandemic.
A lot of housing economists are calling that the golden handcuffs. Homeowners are just staying in their homes.
So what can you do if you're in the market for a home this season? 1, be realistic. Economists say lower mortgage rates probably won't happen this year. 2, work on your credit. Credit delinquencies are on the rise, and banks could be adopting stricter lending standards for borrowers. Number 3, find a great lender and realtor and explore your borrowing options.
Well, the Seattle Seahawks are set to debut some throwback jerseys later this week. Coming up in sports, Alex Crescenti has a preview of what to expect Wednesday morning.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Craig Swap and Associates.
The music
Event
of summer. DNA Fest. Take you dancing in the country.
Wednesday, it's the 50th anniversary.
I could not be more excited.
With performances by Luke Bryan, Miranda Lambert, Keith Urban, Carly Pierce, Luke Combs, Jelly Roll, and more. Plus, summer's hottest collaborations.
Come on!
Dierks Bentley, Elle King, and Lainey Wilson host CMA Fest Wednesday on ABC and stream next day on Hulu.
What you see is important. That makes quality eye care important too. Get personalized care from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Better eye care. You'll see. Don't need glasses? See us for your contacts and save on your annual supply.
This summer, happiness is a new Chevy. You can go farther, tow more, and bring along everyone you love. Your road to happiness begins in a new Chevy. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab LT Turbo Max pickups, or get $4,250 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
From the very beginning, we've been taught safety is very important. It's an act of love. When we're on the road, every action we take gets everyone to a safer place. Each of us can make a difference. Slow down. Ride sober. Get endorsed. Get training. Alone we are strong. Together we are stronger. And together we get there.
Your child's eyes are a crucial part of their learning. Get a clear picture of their eye health and vision changes from experienced optometrists at Shopko Optical. Visit Shopko Optical to ensure your child is seeing and learning how they are supposed to.
Well, we may have the FIFA World Cup coming up later in the week, but this weekend, the eyes of the world's most popular sport were focused on one place, South Florida, as arguably the best player of all time, Lionel Messi, officially arrived in the United States, and he has created quite the buzz since announcing back in June that he intended to play for the MLS squad Inter Miami, and it's not like he's joining the league at the twilight of his career. He's only 36 years old and is coming off his first World Cup with Argentina last year, and he won the Ballon d'Or just as recently as 2021. Now he joins the likes of David Beckham, Thierry Henry, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic as some of the best players in the world who ended up playing in America.
We here and Lionel just decided, you know what, it's going to be the United States, it's going to be MLS, and I think this will continue this transformation process that will lead up to the World Cup in 2026. That, you know, the United States is a soccer nation. Major League Soccer is driving a lot of that momentum. Fans and global energy will now come look at what it is that we have here with this project.
Now, the Messi effect is very real. If you were hoping to catch one of his games this season, good luck, because there just aren't many tickets left out there. The first chance we may get to see is this Friday against Cruz Azul. That's in the Leagues Cup, not an MLS League game. And even though there isn't a guarantee of him playing, the lowest ticket price is $300 right now. Then his first MLS's game is going to be on August 20th against Charlotte. That is sold out. Out here on the West Coast, there are some seats left to see him play against LAFC, but those are going for a minimum of $450. Now, the bad news for fans in the Pacific Northwest, if you root for the Portland Timbers or the Seattle Sounders, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to see Miami play in this region this year, as they won't be playing either club for the rest of the season. But I imagine when those tickets go on sale for the 2024 season, they're going to go fast. And the Seattle Seahawks won't be opening up training camp until next week, but today the organization put out quite the tease as the highly anticipated throwback uniforms are set to be revealed on Wednesday morning. Seattle donned those classic blue and white unis from their inception all the way up until 2002, and then they switched to a more modern look, and then again in 2012. Now, the uniforms will make their season debut in Week 8 against the Cleveland Browns. As of right now, that is the only game they will appear in this season. Now, let's head over to T-Mobile Park, as the Mariners were starting a 3-game series with the Twins earlier this evening. In the 5th inning, Seattle finds themselves down a couple of runs, but the bases loaded loaded for Jose Caballero. He rips this ball into left field. That's going to drive in a run, and that's going to cut the deficit in half. Same inning now. The score is going to be tied up for Jared Kelnick. Bases loaded for him as well. He's able to get this ball out of the outfield. 2 runs come in, and just like that, it goes from a 2-run deficit to a 2-run lead for Seattle. Minnesota not going anywhere, though. In the top of the 6th, Joey Gallo takes Gabe Spear to dead center. That's gone for the home run, 422 feet, just like the home run derby we saw a week ago. But Seattle would have an answer for just about everything tonight, as this is a moonshot. I mean that in every sense of the term. Eugenio Suarez gets the lead up to 7-3, and you're thinking this game is over. Mariners have this one in hand, right? Well, wrong, because at the top of the 9th, Ty Adcock in to close it out, but he gives up this 3-run shot to Max Kepler. All of a sudden, it's a 1-run ball game, and Seattle fans are going to have to sweat this one out. Look at those fans. But fear not, because Paul Sewald comes in to finish the job, delivers, gets his man looking, and that's your ball game. Mariners get the series opener 7-6.
I thought Kelnick swung the bat really well, but up and down the lineup, I thought our quality at bat got better as the game went on. It didn't start off so good, and Sonny Gray is really good, but after we made a few adjustments, understanding that you're not going to hit the long ball off Sonny Gray. You got to take your singles, work your walks, and we were able to do that and put a big inning together. So nice way to start the series against a good team.
Now, Seattle's going to be looking to make it 3 wins in a row tomorrow as the rookie Brian Wu takes the mound. 4 News Now, we'll be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Connect with a friend. Connect with a muse. Connect with nature. Connect with summer and find what it holds for you in the off-road ready Mazda CX-50. Uncover what lies ahead during Mazda's Season of Discovery sales event.
Discover nature's most unique adventures in a Mazda CX-50. Available for immediate delivery at Foothills Mazda or shop now at SpokaneMazda.com.
Does your current roof have moss growing on it? Is it worn out or tattered? Have you recently seen the heat and electric bills going up? Then it may be time for you to get a new roof from McVeigh Brothers. McVeigh Brothers is the only 5-star certified select shingle master contractor in the Inland Northwest. We also have great financing options to help you out, like no money down and up to 12 years low interest financing. So you can get everything you want now and pay for it later. At McVeigh Brothers, we're always working for you.
Another weekend spent running errands. Hang on, I wonder if I can Instacart some of this stuff. I need to get paint for the deck, more cat treats and litter, and essentials for the week. Wow, Instacart's saving me trips to multiple stores, which means I can actually enjoy my Saturday and finally have time to play catch with the kids. When you want to run errands without running in circles, the world is your cart. Visit Instacart.com or download the app and get free delivery on your first order.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now.
And it is going to be warm tomorrow. I think tomorrow is going to be fantastic. 84, a cool start, lighter winds, nice. And then it gets really hot.
So we have a few more hours is what you're saying.
Yes, I do. Go for your jog tomorrow.
Your jog in the morning. Millions of people across the U.S. have been in heat alerts this weekend. Phoenix, Arizona, they have seen 17 consecutive days with temps over 110 degrees.
18 as of today.
Ooh. Wow. And so to give us all some perspective, right near Phoenix, the County Department of Emergency Management put together a pizza experiment.
Of course they did.
They took the uncooked dough, the sauce, the cheese, the pepperoni, and they put them in a tin pan, then put the pizza on the dashboard of a car to see how long it would take to cook. And it only took 10 minutes. That just shows you how hot it gets.
Really? Only 10?
Cheese was melting, and then by 90 minutes, the pie, including the crust, was all fully cooked.
Okay,
so it's not just 10 minutes.
10, I was going to say.
It was 90, but 10 minutes to melt cheese?
Well, what kind of cheese was it? Was it
Brie,
the mozzarella?
no.